All right, well, good afternoon. This is, of course, Rodney Archer. We wanted to go over the presentation for anyone who would be doing similar presentations at our Extraordinary Life events. So allow me to kind of flip through the slides and also talk about them as I would at the events. And so just so that you have a flow of basically what I say and how it goes, okay? And we will get started. So, of course, first of all, you'll have literally a screen similar, concerning yourself. We have two parts. We kind of break just slightly in between, and then we go into the second part of the presentation. All right. So first of all, we talk about really the problems that exist in the marketplace, such as stagnant wages. And of course, we progress the slides accordingly. When we talk about stagnant wages, we're talking about since 1980, wages, basically have barely increased, if not declined, in comparison to the inflation, whereas the financial industry has increased by, over 300%. Let me say that the items or things that I say doesn't necessarily all have to be said, but I will perhaps just give some statistics just for your information, okay? Also, low saving rates has been a problem, and so, literally ever since 2006, it was said that retirement rates or retirement has been accumulated at about $101,000, and by 2010 it had been reduced to just $67,000, and of course since then I'm sure it has decreased even more. We talk about jobs being outsourced. Of course, jobs are being outsourced to across overseas in regards to our technology, our customer service, and our manufacturing, and since those jobs have left, the increase in jobs that we've had have been basically lower paying jobs as a substitute. Also, minimum to no net worth, and so the whole idea of a financial statement and having an income statement and a balance statement, most people have not done those types of worksheets, and so when it comes down to our net worth in terms of the assets minus the liabilities minus the taxes, many of us are basically treading underwater instead of, above board. Also, no financial education. So, of course, the mortgage collapse in 2008, where people were basically getting mortgages with just a signature and, being alive, it caught up with everyone. People flipping houses and, again, signing for these adjustable rate mortgages, they got caught in the bubble and, lost time and certainly lost money and lost wealth in that process. So it's important that we, have and instill more financial education so that we are savvy, know the rules of the game, and then play to win. Little to no capital. So when we talk about our businesses, of course, our businesses are struggling and being, first of all, small businesses, meaning mom and pop, one-man, two-man shows, and then secondly, when simply trying to obtain capital from lending sources, angel investors, venture capitalists, what have you, we typically have a hard time in doing so, and so thus, it leaves our businesses very, crippled and very limited in terms of what its development and what it can do. Leaving debt versus wealth, and so reverse mortgages have played a horrendous impact on the American people, as well as insurance policies that most people not having insurance policies, or insurance policies lapsing, or people just being unprepared, and again, still having house notes, still having car notes, and leaving all that, to the heirs to pay, and so we have to do better. And then less than 3% owning homes, free and clear, and so again, we have these homes every 5 years. It was said that we refinance and start the clock all over again to the 30 years. And we have to do better. We have to learn how to eliminate these mortgages literally in 10 years or less. And then not working together. And so we say this to each other all the time in terms of, not having the ability to work together. And so we repeat it and sure enough, we follow form. But I do believe that there are enough of us who are like-minded and who care enough to work together for a common cause and for a bigger objective. For that is the only way we can truly win. And then not building systems. So when we talk about systems, we're talking about our businesses, building them to scale, building them larger so that they can create passive residual income, building our businesses so they have not only do they have value for the marketplace, but also value, sellable value in the future. And it's important that again, we learn how to build systems so that we're not so hands-on, but that we can simply work on our businesses and not just work in them. So these are things that we have found in the marketplace that need to be addressed. And so owning everything basically comes really as an answer to this dilemma. And so we lead with financial education and empowerment. The empowerment is presenting tools that are not commonly taught in the marketplace, as well as again addressing business strategies and methods that will enable us to not only build a business for today, but build a business tomorrow that can last generations. So understand our mission is to simply change mindsets, build businesses and assets, and leave worthwhile legacies. And so it's very important that we change our mindsets. That's the hardest dilemma that we face, because no one wants to work on the core issue or the core problem. We all want to just kind of sell products and services and be through with people. But if we're going to truly cause change and create the wealth that we truly deserve, then we must change our mindset from a consumer to an owner. And then in building businesses, again, building businesses to scale, assets, things of value, versus just buying luxuries and things that have depreciating value. So we have to turn that around, and then leaving a worthwhile legacy, something that lasts beyond us. So of course the Bible says that a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. Our vision is basically to change the financial landscape for millions of Americans. And so however long that takes, we know that we have roughly 20 to 30 million people in the marketplace, which represents the core middle class that we certainly can reach over a time span. So understand owning everything. This is basically our slogan, that we help people own their time, own their money, and empower them to enjoy the rest of their lives starting now. So when you think about retirement, that's literally the definition. And we were told that if we worked 20 to 30 years, that we would have time, we would have money, and we would be able to enjoy the rest of our life. But of course, we see that that's not the case. Many people are working their 70s and 80s and literally until they die. And so since we're having to rewrite the script anyway, we're saying, no, look, let's not only own our time, own our money, but let's be empowered to enjoy and do exactly what we want to do right now and for the rest of our lives, which in essence eliminate the need for retirement. Wouldn't you agree? So of course, we provide hope in the sense that, when we talk about concepts, when we talk about eliminating cars, houses, college education, vacation experiences, free and clear, again, we're teaching, 10 years or less. Why? Because think about, number one, how fast 10 years go, and then number two, how many more options we would have if we did not have to carry debt well into our future. And then of course, there's a vision. We believe in directing the people towards a destination. The Bible says without a vision the people perish. And so we have literally 5 stars that we direct the people to, which are 700 plus scores, debt freedom, real estate, passive residual income of $24,000 or more, and equity and assets of $200,000 or more. And so all of these are interrelated, and and certainly we have seen one or more in the marketplace, but we have not seen them all together. But it does present and create a proper basis by which to build upon. And so the question is, well then, how do you get there? It's nice enough to know that that's the destination, but then how do you get there? So we present a way, which is our financial system that helps people to literally walk through 3 simple steps to arriving at the destination of owning everything. So 5 star success equals owning everything. and then also it is a national solution. And so our plan of action, if you will, is to reach the masses. Again, we want to reach millions of people through this, and we believe that when people are operating as a unit, that they are certainly going to accomplish more than trying to operate individually. And of course, history has shown what the outcome of that is. Okay. So our underlying model, why are we here? Why do we exist? We exist because we ultimately want to teach people how to imitate the banks. The Bible says, be the lender and not the borrower. And so the banks do three things very well. Number one is that they create cash flow. They basically, what they do is they earn our trust with the FDIC, with the full faith and credit of the United States, and so we bring our monies to the bank, and they make money with our money. And so, there's a profound statement that says that money does not have to be earned; money can be created. Trust has to be earned because trust creates money, and so. Again, the banks do that very well. Second thing they do is they minimize risk, and so they simply defer the risk away from the bank. They do not like carrying liability, and so we must do the same in two ways. One is that we have to eliminate debt, which is again eliminating the risk over our lives, and then number two, we have to minimize the taxes, which can be a burden again in our future. So we have to minimize risk in those two areas. Also build assets. So banks are very good in building assets, things of value. And so again, we must do the same. The Bible talks about that we have been given power to gain wealth, and so we must get to handling our business. Okay. Really, at this time is where we would actually break. We would ask those who have attended the Extraordinary Life seminars before that you feel free to network. Those who have not seen our Owning Everything presentation or would like to see it again, we ask that you stay for just roughly 15 minutes, and we will talk into a little bit more detail as to what it is so that you are aware. And so as time goes on, as you are inspired to join, you'll know exactly what it's all about, okay? And all this information is also on the website under our services tab for more information, and you can kind of dig in there and see exactly in more detail what we're presenting briefly here today, okay? All right, so this would represent part two as far as talking about our WOW Education and Training Series, which is the Steps to Success. And so you can see step one is our wisdom education. So this is where we present concepts that talk about life, and also it talks about the financial concepts. And these are very important because, again, if we don't know the rules of the game, then how can we expect to win? I promise you we cannot. And so this gives us an opportunity to learn, again, concepts that can help us set a proper foundation for carrying out steps 2 and step 3. Step 2 is our owner training series, and so this is where we are now not only presenting information, also vehicles, also strategies that will help you to reach 4 of the 5 stars. Those 4 are, of course, 700 plus scores, debt freedom, real estate, and also the passive residual income of $24,000 or more. So that's owner training series. And then we have basically our wealth training. Our wealth training is our 3rd step. Very important because this is really what all of this is about, to get you to a level where you are thinking about wealth, you're thinking about how to transfer that wealth later on into life, and then transfer that wealth for generations beyond just your beneficiaries, but also your grandchildren, great-grands, and so forth. So this is very powerful, and again, we teach you how to arrive at the 5th step, which is obtaining equity and assets of $200,000 or more, with $1 million being the lifetime goal. So these 3 steps lead you to owning everything. 3 steps equals owning everything. So you again arrive at the 5 stars, you arrive at the destination of owning everything. So we also, this is just a little bit more details in terms of step 1. So you can see that there's a series of steps. It has a timeline of 3 months. The mission, if you will, movement is to transform your mind. Roughly a 3-month period of time. This is a wisdom education series. You have so many courses that you take. And then you also have a financial wellness coach that holds you accountable and that will put you through some training, as we want to do kind of a financial and a credit assessment. We want to determine what kind of disciplines and habits that you have, as well as, again, budgeting and savings disciplines, okay? And again, the whole point is to teach you about the concepts of life and finance. And then each of our steps, again, have corresponding courses and training for your comprehension. When you complete, each step, and even along the way, there are certificates that you can either print out or just acknowledge, that you have finished the courses, and the also corresponding challenges that come with them. But when you have finished step 1, you will be signed off by your financial wellness coach, and will receive a certificate of completion for step 1, which kind of graduates you into step 2. Okay? Step 2, understand, is very important, and that's why we do have financial wellness coaches that are there to hold you accountable and to keep you motivated, and to keep you basically along the path, moving forward in the path, so that you may prepare yourself for step 2. And so our financial wellness coaches, they are committed to your success. Your success is our success, and so we're not just here to sell you, products or services, or we're not here just to educate you, but we truly want you to win, because you represent, in reality, what this program can actually do for people, so that it inspires other people to not only take courses, but also move along the path to financial success. So when you do get to step 2, then you have the privilege of actually entering into our rewards program. And so we actually have 3 stages, if you will, or just 3 parts to it, which is our memory rewards, our income rewards, our achievement rewards, and our income rewards. So income rewards will be phase 2 when we actually do our national campaign. Right now, phase 1 and phase 2 is in process, okay, or progress. So when you have completed step 1, basically all of our VIP members are walking towards owning everything. They benefit from active products and services that are sold. These products and services, they represent profit centers. So for example, our VIP membership is one profit center. Basically, we have basic memberships, which is considered a profit center. So that's 2 profit centers. We have our strategic team partners, our tag team partners, and our home team partners, national team partners. So those are 3 different profit centers. Okay. We have credit repair or credit restoration. So that would be another profit center. Cash flow management is another profit center. Just to give you an idea. And so these profit centers, of course, they generate revenues. These revenues are literally put into a pot, if you will, what we call reserves. And these out of these reserves, of course, as a corporation, we strip out the operations, admin, and marketing, and then the rest is left there for our members. Okay, and so after the first 3 months of training, and that's if you've done, you complete everything on time and get signed off by the financial wellness coach, then these monies that are reserved actually get distributed to our members, which is pretty exciting. So the next question is, well, then how do our members access these funds? I mean, how do they get their distributable share? And so they get theirs simply by the number of stars and points that they have each month. So the first 3 months allows us to assess the VIP members in terms of the number of stars that they may already have. Again, remember, 5 stars are the 700 plus scores, debt freedom, real estate, to passive residual income of $24,000 or more, and equity and assets of $200,000 or more. So, so we assess basically where a person is in their 5 stars. So based on that assessment, so say if a person comes in and they have 700 plus scores and they have real estate, then they have 2 stars. So that 2 stars represents corresponding points for each of the star levels there. As you can see, even a person coming in with 0 stars can start with at least 2 points. Okay, so in our scenario, if a person comes in with 2 stars and they have 6 points, then what would that be? Of course, you can see if the dollar per point was $20 per point, then that would equate to $120. As far as the dollar per point goes, we set that as a corporation. That is a variable item that is changes from month to month. That will be shown on our Owning Everything website by the 5th of every month, and there is a scrolling tab across the screen that will reveal basically what that is. Very simple to our members, in that again, you take your number of stars and you correspond that to the number of points. And people are not going to be changing points, you know, very rapidly. But then you just simply take those number of points, multiply it times that dollar per point, and then that becomes the dollars that you can expect to be sent to you direct deposit. And so, again, the $20 a point in the 4th, month is again when it will be distributed. So from a minimum of $3.33 if everything is flat to $360 a month is what a person with 5 stars, would be able to receive. So not bad for what people are putting in. So our VIP membership program is literally a $40 a month subscription. It's only $40 a month, and you simply are getting a ton of features as well as benefits, both on the individual side as well as the business side. You are not required again to take the courses per se, but you certainly can have access to the network on the business side. As far as business development online courses, you can take those, and we're steadily building those out. Our business networking opportunities, so for the events that we're having, whether they're monthly or quarterly events, certainly be able to take advantage of that. And again, we believe in building out partnerships and collaborations from the events, and not just passing out business cards. VIP admission to monthly and quarterly events and seminars, and so we're now having trainings that are going alongside, typically the second Thursday in the month. We're doing some specific trainings for your benefit, for the community's benefit as well. And then also, we have some private sessions in regards to wealth preservation, that select members are basically being asked to attend as well. We're looking to build out our business directory, so we are in that process for this 4th quarter, and look to launch sometime in the 1st quarter of 2015 with the business directory. And that's going to be pretty exciting. 5-star recognition is what our businesses are all about. Business-to-business support agreement means that our businesses seek to do business with other businesses in our network, as well as on the left-hand side there, individuals seeking to do business purposely with our businesses as well. 5-star recognition, weekly newsletter, access to our financial wellness coaches coming from the bottom up, VIP admission, member and achievement rewards, and again, that is definitely beneficial to you. Our achievement rewards are simply just promotions, just similar to what we have with the attendance incentives, things like that, just to kind of promote, help people stay in the game and make some accomplishments. And then our WOW education and training. So we described basically that 3-step program. So this is for our businesses in regards to our strategic team partners. So everything that we put on in regards to our local events and quarterly events and our trainings, all of that is made possible from literally other businesses who believe in what we're doing and are buying into the program for those purposes. And so tag team partners, home team partners basically have just kind of more times to set up displays and informational booths at our events, whether it's once a quarter or whether it's literally once a month. And again, having access to the business directory soon, having a price, lock guarantee for 2 years, and and being able to come and speak, to our community as well. So this is pretty powerful, and again gives everyone an opportunity to participate in what we're doing, and that we're building something greater for all of our benefit. So we talked about the business directory, and so this kind of gives you some ideas of what we're planning in regards to the categories, and then also the 5-star survey, which will be from our VIP members, you know, simply taking part, using services, and then surveying those services. And then of course, you know, having some of the logo and the contact info so that people can certainly, you know, look these individuals up. And so again, our business VIPs, what we call business team partners, will be listed as such. We have basically the website, which will have a couple of options in regards to text or graphics, which will be basic for our tag team and home team partners, and then it can certainly be upgraded to an HD commercial video instead. And then for our home team partners, it has the addition of the advertising space below there, just for, you know, promotional purposes. And so again, seek to look out for that in 2015. So what do you need to do? Well, look, we just asked you to consider, you know, signing up today to simply take advantage of what we're talking about. Literally, you will receive an email from the corporate as well as our financial wellness coaches. Financial wellness coach will set up a phone conference or web conference to kind of go over the orientation of the program, what to expect, and the timelines associated with the program, and we'll follow up within 2 weeks for another discussion in regards to, you know, again, you know, just some basic financial assessments, credit assessments, and then go from there. You'll complete your required courses and training literally in the first 3 months, and like I said, you will graduate to the 4th month, which is enabling you to be a part of our VIP member rewards program. You'll utilize and leverage OE systems, so as you get into step 2 and step 3, you'll literally not just be educated, but, you know, be introduced to some tools that can help you achieve, you know, again, you know, the 5 stars. And the idea is for all of our members to ultimately achieve 5-star success, which equals owning everything. And we look forward to not only assisting you, but also, you know, basically praising and celebrating your success on the other side. So we thank you for your time, and have a good day. Oh, let me add that, so if at the event, then we basically will direct people to the table, or in this case, it would be, hey, see myself, and let's get you signed up or answer any other questions that you may have. And we'll look forward to you joining our membership and our network of financially savvy members. And we look forward to our businesses joining the cause as well. So we all have something to do. We all have something to contribute to making our communities better. And we thank you for your support.